Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Pastor Jerone TV. I'm your host, and today is another great day to be walking with God. Want to show you the dangers, the dangerous practice, and the historical practice of the Democrat Party to get rid of jobs, and especially jobs for Black people. They don't want that. They don't need that because they need the Black community to be dependent on the government. They don't want you to be self-sustained. They don't want you to have a job or a business, which is why President Donald Trump's $5 billion into the Black community to create jobs and draw businesses in there, it had to be shut down. So there was a video of a Black man on Twitter, which was taken down, of him talking about how that he had a job that was paying something like the 30 something dollars an hour at the uh, Keystone XL pipeline. And here he is right here. But the video was taken down because it was powerful. See, anytime a Black man is supporting the policies of Trump, it's not going to be heard. And this is how they're winning their argument. If they're not afraid of us, then why are they taking down our videos and not the left's? See, it's not a fair ground. Well, they're running the banks, they're running policies, they're running all of the social media platforms, so they're winning at some point, but the truth is the truth. All right. So I'm gonna share this video with you. I'm gonna share some videos with you to show you the history of the Democrat Party. They take away jobs from people. They chase them away. They're talking about the Green New Planet and Green New Deal and saving the planet. There's no crisis of planet and temperature control. There's none of that. President Donald Trump had a plan to take care of that with the trees. He had a 1 trillion tree plan. And if they were serious about that, why aren't they planting trees everywhere around the world? That'll solve the problem just like that. 1 trillion trees, cool the earth down, no problem. No problem. That's what our creator did. So here you go. All right, this is what the guy says. It doesn't make any sense. They took it. It's a must-see video. Black Keystone pipeline worker who goes off after Joe Biden fires him and 10,000 of his co-workers. Okay, here's what the man said since they took the video down off of Twitter. He said it just doesn't freaking make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. He's drinking a beer at the same time. He's drinking a beer. He's sitting in the car. He was drinking a beer, and he had this bewildered look on his face. He was just, and he said, did Donald Trump, he said, how did Donald Trump, he said, I know how. They took it. They didn't steal the election. When you steal something, that's when nobody knows that you took it. But they outright boldly went in and said, we're going to freaking take this presidency from you. Screw the American people. Screw you, Donald Trump. Screw everybody. America last. Oh, and by the way, you guys are going to lose your job. This is what the Black guy said in the video. It's been since removed from Twitter. Okay? But this is how they get down. They take away jobs. Here is Hillary Clinton bragging about getting rid of coal miners' jobs.
Policy about how to bring economic opportunity using clean renewable energy as the key.
They always talk about this clean renewable stuff, but they never bring the jobs. They get rid of the jobs. Now, how about this? Before you take away people's jobs, before you take away 100,000 jobs, why don't you have the other jobs already lined up? That way they can just transition from one thing to another, but they never have it. It's never there.
Key into coal country, because we're going to put a lot of coal miners and coal companies out of business. Right, Tim? Out of business. And coal companies out of business. Right, Tim? Miners and coal companies out of business. Right, Tim? And we're going to make it clear that we don't want to forget those.
This is Big Jolly Roland Martin. He's a bootleg gatekeeper for the Democrat Party. And he's just, this guy, he's a Democrat. That's his religion. They pay him to do this stuff. The lady is bragging about getting rid of jobs.
Because we're going to put a lot of coal miners and coal companies out of business.
That's how they do it. Here's Obama.
A successful pilot program we've set up. We want to create not just 15 manufacturing innovation institutes that connect businesses and universities and federal agencies to help communities left behind by global competition to become centers of high-tech jobs. Today, I'm asking Congress to build on this bipartisan support and triple that number from 15 to 45. These hubs.
They never do it. Here's Obama. Here's a man asking Obama about the jobs, losing the jobs in their area. And this is where Obama tells them that Trump is going to need a magic wand to bring the jobs back. But Trump brought the jobs back.
May have noticed following this election, Donald Trump came to Indiana and talked a lot about what happened with the Carrier Corporation and shipping their jobs.
Carrier came back and they had thousands of jobs
Out of state. Here's someone who worked for Carrier, and he has a question for you.
How you doing, Mr. President?
How are you?
My name is Eric Cottenham, and I'm representing the Steelworkers Union, Local 1999, and I'm trying to find out what do we have left for as all of our jobs are leaving Indianapolis, right? And I see here you're doing a lot of things, but in Indianapolis, there's nothing there for us. I mean, what's next? I mean, what can we look forward to in the future as far as jobs, employment, whatever, because all of our jobs is left or in the process of leaving, sir.
Well,
did you hear the man? The man wants jobs. The Democrats chase the jobs away. Now let's listen to his response.
to Mexico. You know, turns out we're better off going ahead and manufacturing here. But for those folks who've lost their job right now because a plant went down to Mexico, you know, that isn't going to make you feel better. And so what we have to do is to make sure that folks are trained for the jobs that are coming in now, because some of those jobs of the past are just not going to come back. And when
they chase the jobs away to Mexico, they chase them to China, and then they tell you those jobs are not coming back. And they tell you that you're supposed to be trained for these new jobs that's coming around, but the new jobs come around, never come around, nor the training.
somebody says, like the person you just mentioned, who I'm not going to advertise for,
He don't want to say the name Donald Trump.
that he's going to bring all these jobs back.
And he did.
Well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do?
Remove all the restrictions that you had on there. Remove all the stuff about federal land and all the stuff about poison in the earth and all that stuff, which was not. They wanted to squeeze the economy down to where it was nothing, to kill all the jobs and people that could depend on the government.
There's no answer to it. He just says, well, I'm going to negotiate a better deal. Well, how exactly are you going to negotiate that? What magic wand do you have? And usually the answer is he doesn't have an answer. So
You don't have an answer. This man asks you a direct question. How do you get jobs back in Indianapolis? You apparently don't care. Here's John Kerry. And he's talking about the crisis of climate change over jobs. Listen to the
If
question.
you would, there's certainly are oil and gas industry workers who are watching you both right now, who will hear the message that the takeaway to them is that they are seeing an end to their livelihoods. What do you say to them, particularly those people who
They are seeing an end to their livelihoods. Their jobs are gone. These people have been providing for their family fine under Trump, but overnight, Biden comes in and signs a bunch of executive orders that he did not have time enough nor the mental capacity to read, and just signed away their jobs. The man didn't have time to read all those executive orders. He doesn't know what's in them. The ruling class families fill those things out, and all he had to do was put his chicken scratch on it. Ruined lives.
who President Trump struck a chord with on the campaign trail when he promised to save their jobs. What is your message to them right now? And also to the oil industry executives who are listening. Are you putting them on notice today?
Well, we didn't come here to put anybody on notice except to the
This man, all of them look like they got out of a casket, look like they rolled up from the dead.
seriousness of President Biden's intent to do what needs to be done to deal with this crisis, and it is a crisis. With respect to those workers, no two people are more in this room are more concerned about it, and the President of the United States has expressed in.
If he was concerned about it, why kill their jobs before you have a replacement for them? Why put these people on unemployment immediately before you have a replacement for them? You stupid old man.
Every comment he has made about climate, the need to grow the new jobs that pay better, that are cleaner, that, I mean, you know, you look at the consequences of black lung for a miner, for instance, and measure that against the fastest growing job in the United States before COVID was solar power technician. The same people can do those jobs.
If those people want to go down into those mines and get the black lungs, I played NFL ball, I played college ball, I weighed the risk. There's a risk on every job, a nurse, a doctor. There's risk everywhere. And if the people don't mind going on the jobs and make that money to feed their families, well, then that's their risk. You take away their jobs and you're talking about higher paying jobs that never come.
But the choice of doing the solar power one now is a better choice. Similarly,
Better to who?
You have the second fastest growing job pre-COVID was wind turbine technician. This is happening. 75%, 70% of all the.
President Donald Trump asked an excellent question. When you're dependent on wind turbine, what do you for your energy and your power to power your homes? And grandmama them is in the summertime, is burning up and it's 100 degrees. What happens when the wind stops blowing that summer?
The electricity that's come online in the United States in the last few years came from renewables. Not, you know, coal plants have been closing over the last 20 years. So what President Biden wants to do is make sure those folks have better choices, that they have alternatives, that they can be
Better choices. For whom? For whom? These are all job-killing strategies, folks. This is the Democrat policy. This is how they do it. They kill jobs.
be the people who go to work to make the solar panels. They were making them here at home. That is going to be a particular focus of the Build Back Better agenda.
Build Back Better. That, you know what that is? Green New Deal. Use that as a way of controlling folks, take away their jobs, break the economy, and make people depend on the government. Okay, let me go to another one because, you know, the video is getting kind of long. Here you see Biden's administration. Her Biden energy secretary pick called out by Republicans for Democrats' awful record on green jobs. All right. They have an awful record on green jobs. Listen to them. They never, ever come through on the jobs, but they'll kill the jobs that you have now, telling you that they're going to develop some later.
You know, in December of 2020, December 29th, just a little month ago, USA Today published an op-ed entitled, "Jennifer Granholm's Energy Record in Michigan Should Frighten America." The op-ed alleges that as governor, you directed hundreds of millions in taxpayer dollars to batteries, solar, other green energy companies that failed to deliver on their job creation promises. One of the highlights that we talked about, one of the examples was A123 Systems, an advanced battery company, promised to create 3,000 jobs. 2009, the Obama administration awarded A123 Systems $249 million grant. Your administration provided more than $141 million in credits and subsidies. In 2012, they filed for bankruptcy. Later bought by a Chinese company, restructured in federal bankruptcy court, and stopped manufacturing in Michigan altogether. In short, American taxpayers spent close to $400 million to subsidize a technology transfer, basically, to the Chinese.
There you have it. There you have it. This isn't about jobs. It's about killing jobs. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, and I'll see you on the next video.